to my channel, and hello if you're new here, thank you for joining. I'm so excited for today's video because we're going to go book shopping, but I have not been book shopping in the longest time, like actually physically into bookstores. I try to avoid it. Because you can guarantee, even if I'm just looking, I end up buying books that I just don't need. However, there are actually quite a lot of new releases at the moment that I genuinely really want to read. And I know I can find those books in bookshops as opposed to having to order them on Amazon. So I thought, why not make a day of it? It's lovely weather in the UK at the moment. It was 25 degrees yesterday. It hasn't managed to really creep past 12 for the last, I want to say 4 to 5 months. It hasn't managed to stop raining for longer than a week for the whole entire year. And it's in the 20s this week. So I thought, what perfect day to go book shopping. Let's go wander around town. I'm specifically after definitely 3. So let's see how many I come back with. I thought we'd do Waterstones, The Works, and W.H. Smith, because W.H. Smith is so good for books. Like, if you're in the UK, do you have W.H. Smith in any other countries? I don't know, but I feel like it's criminally underrated in there. You get some unreal deals in there, similar to like The Works, where you can pick up like 2 books for a tenner or something. It's the same thing in W.H. Smith. So we're gonna go to them first, and then we're gonna stop by Waterstones, because it does tend to be the more expensive of the 3, but I just love Waterstones so much. So I'm gonna take you with me, book shopping vlog, and then I've got Pilates at 12:30, so I have to do that on the way back, and once I get back, we'll sit down and we'll do a little book shopping haul. Let's go, the sun is shining. It's not as sunny as it was yesterday though, but I guess, I don't know, is that a good thing? I'm talking too much, let's just go book shopping. I look dishevelled right now, it is because that was one of the toughest Pilates sessions I've had. I don't know if it's because of the heat or because I've been wandering around town all morning before I went to Pilates, but anyway, if I look dishevelled right now, I do apologise. I was sweating. So anyway, I'm back. It was a very successful shopping trip. Can we just talk about this bag, by the way? So I got this from The Works. In fact, actually, every single book I went into town to get, I managed to find, so I'm very happy about that. And I also got, I think it's 1 or 2 extra books that weren't really on my radar, but I saw them and I was like, I have to. But this bag I got from The Works, how Magnolia Parks is this? It's got bumblebees on it. It's just giving like Magnolia Parks, and I really like it because in The Works, you can't get just like a normal bag. They always give you bags for life, which I'm not opposed to. I'm fine with that. The last one I had from The Works, I think I've still got it, but it's even almost lilac. I mean, it's kind of pink, but let's just pretend it's lilac. It's my Magnolia Parks bag. But yes, anyway, I digress. A very successful shopping trip. So let me show you the books I got. Okay, so we'll start with the 2 books that I got from The Works. So I picked up Belladonna by Adeline Grace because this has intrigued me for a very long time, and it was £3.50 in The Works. So this is one that wasn't necessarily like on my radar per se, but I saw it for £3.50 and I was like, that's a no-brainer. So I picked up Belladonna, and I think this is like about death. I think death is like the MMC in this, and it's kind of, I think it's fantasy. Well, it must be fantasy if death is a person. But yeah, it's just, I know the second book is out, but I just thought I'd get this one for now. There's me saying like, oh, I'll read it and then see how I feel about it. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading it. And if I can find the second book in paperback, then I will, because I just really like the idea of it. I really like the sound of it. And I think it's a really beautiful cover. So that's the first book that I got. And the second book that I did get in The Works is King of Sloth. I mean, I need to take these stickers off really, don't I? King of Sloth, just purely because I need to finish off. I mean, I say finish off, I have every other book from that series on my shelf and I haven't read a single one yet. I keep saying to myself, oh, I'll keep them for palette cleansers, but I don't find myself often needing a palette cleanser. But regardless, anyway, I picked up King of Sloth because it was there in The Works and I've already got the other one, so I thought I may as well get this one. It's quite a chunky one, this one, compared to the other ones. But yeah, I just think whenever I feel like I need a contemporary romance palette cleanser, I will pick up that series. So the next book I picked up, so this is actually from WH Smith. So I didn't get a bag in WH Smith because I had enough bags to put everything in. This was kind of, I bought this book on a whim, to be honest. I wanted to buy this book about 6 to 8 months ago when it came out, and you could only get it in hardback, and I don't have a problem with hardbacks, but I tend to only want to have hardback copies of books if they're like special edition and things like that. But I actually picked up None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Ironically, there are 4 or 3 Lisa Jewell books on my physical TBR that are still unread. However, this one, I think this came out last year, and the reviews for this book are insane. I keep seeing people say how good this book is, and a couple of my mutuals have also read the book and really enjoyed it. So I saw it at WH Smith and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab it. I didn't realise it was out in paperback, so I was like, I'm just going to grab it. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be either, and I used to love reading thrillers. I don't read them so much anymore, but they used to be my go-to books on holiday, whereas now on holiday I probably would still read a dark romance, I'm going to be completely honest. I just saw it and I thought, you know what, I'm going to make an effort to actually read it. I have an idea to do a vlog which is reading thrillers for a week straight, so this is potentially one that could be in the vlog. And I've heard really good things about it. I've heard things that you just don't know where this book is going. The twists and turns in it are great. I saw it and I was like, you are going straight into my bag. The next book that I got was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and this is probably one of the most surprising book buys I have ever done, because one, contemporary romance or the rom-com genre isn't my favourite anymore. However, fake dating, which I believe this is one of my favourite tropes, and you don't find fake dating so much in dark romance. It tends to just go all the way to like forced arranged marriage. As much as I don't mind that trope, I actually find fake dating so much more fun. And do you know what? I have never read an Abby Jimenez book, and I just see her so well reviewed widely across people who read all different genres. I really wanted to see if I could find A Part of Your World to pick up as well, but I couldn't find it. But I found this in Waterstones. These last 2 books I did get from Waterstones, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it up and read it. Sometimes you need to switch it up, you know? And people are reviewing this really well. And like I say, it's one of my favourite tropes, so I thought I'm just going to get it. And this was actually one of the books that I went into town. In the back of my mind, I was like, that is a book that I want to come home with. And I managed to find it in Waterstones. So thank you, Waterstones. And then the last book, and this is a book that I went into town specifically with this in mind, was Powerful by Lauren Roberts. Because I read Powerless maybe November last year, and I was obsessed with it. For somebody who doesn't love YA romance, it really took me by surprise how much I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it thoroughly from beginning to end. And Powerful has just come out, and I think it's kind of like I would say it's longer than a novella, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, it's just one of those, it's not really a full-length novel, it's a side story in the Powerless world for it focuses on one of the characters. I think it's Adina. Yeah, it is. It's Adina's character, which I'm really excited to get to know more about her because I really liked her character in Powerless. Couldn't find this in the works actually, which I was quite surprised, but I managed to find it in Waterstones in the YA section. So we picked up this. I think I might read this relatively soon because it is a shorter read and I'm dying to get into it. I had so much fun reading Powerless, and if you haven't read that yet, it's incredible, and just read it. These stickers are stressing me out, to be completely honest, but I don't want to take them off in a rush in case I ruin it. The books that I went in specifically for were Just for the Summer and Powerful. These are giving all books I could read all summer long. Am I going to actually get around to reading them this summer? Who knows? So these are the books that I managed to pick up today whilst book shopping. There potentially is an Amazon haul incoming as well. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. But that wraps up my vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along book shopping with me. I really enjoyed my morning in town. I used to do this quite a lot, and it's been a while. You know, I just think in winter, it's not fun going into the city centre and wandering around in the wind and the rain. But no, it was a very successful trip. So many books. I cannot believe, by the way, that Waterstones is stocking Credence. Just picture this. Just picture this. Because, by the way, Credence is one of my all-time favourite books. Say what you want about that. I don't care. But imagine walking into Waterstones and thinking, oh, this is like, I'll read this book. I'll pick this book up. And then reading Credence. First of all, not reading dark romance, if ever. And also, if ever, reading taboo dark romance and then delving into Credence. That section in Waterstones, I honestly believe needs to come with like a little, you know, like a little note by it saying, you know, these are dark romances, because when you look at them, they don't look like this, do they? Let's be honest, they don't look like this. However, if I was not somebody who came off of booktube or booktok and went into Waterstones, I would not know by looking at Credence what I was going to be picking up. I wish I could see the faces of the people who get to certain chapters in Credence, like the couch scene, the truck scene, who normally read books like this. Nearly bought the Schwab Darkest Shade of Magic, but they only had one copy in there and the spine was not in good condition. So for my bank account, probably the best, but super annoying. But I'll just have to go on Amazon, won't I, later? And just buy it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for coming along book shopping with me. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.